We're going to kind of talk about our good, bad, and ugly this week. And Nick, I want you to kind of go ahead and give your GBU.
All right. Good. Obviously, we split with the Mets. Could have honestly been in there to sweep the Mets. Tuesday's first game, we were a run shy. And then the second game, we got shut out. But, we were in those games the entire way. But 4-3 on the week, it's positive. Getting above 500 for the week, and especially taking 2 out of 3 from the Brewers and winning a game against Corbin Burns. That's got to be a confidence booster for the team. And then Acuna, obviously Friday, Saturday, going back-to-back games with home runs. I mean, that Friday game, I think his home run was projected 450 feet, and then his home run on Saturday, 420 feet. And he's starting to hit the ball hard, because I think in the first inning of that Friday, I don't know which game it was, but the first inning of one of those games, he laced a freaking ball off the brick walls in right field, and wasn't even able to get a double off it because he hit it so hard. So to see that, and then also to see him running around the bases the way he is just like so much fun to see. Like, we've missed that. I mean, he went from first to home on a bloop double by Olsen today. So it's been fun to see that. And that's something we've lacked. I mean, he's already the stolen base leader on the team. And I think he's actually like 5th in the National League among stolen base leaders. And he's only been up for a week and a half. So that's promising. The bad offense is still inconsistent. I mean, there's games where we just cannot do it. I know that Tuesday was just dreadful, especially with trying to get guys in that were on base. So it's just, when we start clicking, especially 2 through 4, then we'll be really good. The bottom of the lineup has really been producing, especially Dansby. Dansby's been tearing it up the past couple weeks. Started off really sluggish, but he's starting to come into his own and really put the ball in play a lot more and hit it to the opposite field, which is a good sign for him. And so I'm still waiting for, the entire lineup to click and be consistent for a couple weeks. I know that the season's only been a couple weeks, but I mean, just that's really just been the low point for this team, is just how inconsistent the offense has been. And I mean, I really don't have an ugly. I guess, the lack of runs we score some games could be the ugly, but I mean, just that's going to come and go sometimes. So, I mean, we're starting to turn the tables to where we're not focusing more on the ugly anymore. I mean, 4-3 this week, looking to build on that with the series that we have coming up this week. So that's where I'm at right now.
I definitely agree. And kind of, some of my stuff echoes what you have. I'd say my good, bad, and ugly. My good would be Ronnie. He even almost hit one today too. While I was sitting there at the Green Jackets game, I saw it's what looked like was his home run swing. I was like, that's 3 in a row. As soon as I said that, boom, hits off the yellow, off the wall. And I was like, of course. So I got a good kick out of that. But definitely Acuna, because like you said, he is flying around the bases. Even today, that kind of bloop, which I first thought was a single, but it was a double for Olsen, how he was able to go from first to home that quickly. On just a bloop, more or less infield fly right behind the first baseman, or right behind the shortstop, was just incredible. And it was really cool just to see him. And I noticed he has been able to play more right field than DH lately. Instead of one game, a piece, it's now kind of 2 on, 1 off in terms of playing in the field, which is really cool. And I'd say my bad, I'd have to go with Marcell Ozuna. He's 3 for 31 in the last, 10 games, and we played 7, of course, but still hasn't been great. He's batting, 90 or 091. What's kind of surprising in that, though, is only 7 strikeouts. So, he's just barely missing the ball. He's popping up a lot. Some of his hard hits are finding people's gloves. They're eventually going to even out and fall. But 3 for 31 never looks good. And then my ugly was game 2 on Tuesday, and it was where we went 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Absolutely atrocious. Like, we would have 1 out or no outs, got second and third. Even bases loaded, which we saw today, we had the bases loaded and only got 1 run from wild pitch. None of it came from our bat. So once again, those are something that's going to even out. We're not going to be, you know, extremely low in that category forever. So I see that kind of evening out, but that's my good, bad, and ugly.